Hello there, crisis and trauma students. I am seeing some questions come in about next week's, the session 5 suicide risk assessment role play using the Bongo platform. Bongo is something that I don't think you guys have seen yet. And so I wanted to prep you for that assignment so that if you were working ahead, looking for partners, trying to wrap your head around what all was going to be involved in that assignment, you would feel prepared on the front end. So let me share with you about it. So I'm in the session 5 Bongo roleplay itself, and I'm looking at the steps that it outlines for you here. In this session, you'll practice the important skill of assessing for suicide risk, an opportunity to apply what you've learned regarding suicide risk assessment using the CAM Suicide Status Form 5 or SSF5 for short. You'll spend approximately 30 minutes in the counselor role and approximately 30 minutes in the client role as Sal or Sally, a fictional client at risk for suicide, totaling approximately 1 hour of time devoted to completing this partnered role play, although you will only submit your 30-minute segment of you in the counselor role. So you got to devote an hour to the assignment because you got to do both the client role and the counselor role, but you're recording yourself in the counselor role only in Bongo, and that's what you alone are submitting. And your partner, when they are in the counselor role and you are in the Sal or Sally client role, they are going to be the ones recording that. Do not record both of them on the same Bongo. Do not, please, please, please. Okay, so this tells you exactly how much time to devote to completing this assignment, but there's going to be more prep, obviously, on the front end. So prepare, as you prepare for this assignment, remember you're going to adopt a collaborative mindset while you're doing it, and you're going to be sure to utilize your active listening skill set throughout the role play and work collaboratively with your client. Okay, so step 1. Read the Jobs chapters, chapter 1 and chapter 2 in Managing Suicidal Risk, a Collaborative Approach. You've got to read those first, and then I will add a step 2 or 1A or 1A, 1B, whatever, which is I'm going to send out in the session 5 announcement video coming out Sunday afternoon. This coming Sunday afternoon, I'm going to send out an additional optional video. It's like an hour long. It walks you through the SSF step by step. It's me walking you through a little bit of background on Jobs and the CAMs that you'll read, but then also like me walking you through each step of the SSF. Okay, so it's optional, but if it helps you to see it talked through step by step, please feel free to access that resource that's coming out Sunday afternoon. Step 2, view the assigned video, Suicide Risk Assessment and Planning, in which Drs. Elliott and Casilius model suicide risk assessment using the CAMS SSF5. Pay close attention not to Dr. Casilius, she's the client. Pay close attention to Dr. Elliott in the counselor role, his use of active listening skills to build rapport with Sally while collaboratively completing the SSF. This is a key component of this approach. Then step 3, secure your partner. Your partner has to be someone in our class. Sign up for your partner by going into the Student Lounge, and submitting a post that you need a partner. And once you found a partner, you and your partner collaboratively set up a time to meet. And once you have a date and time selected, schedule a meeting within this assignment using the Bongo instructions. So Bongo instructions, the Bongo tutorial will show you how to schedule a meeting. You've got to schedule one, and so does your partner. 2 meetings will be scheduled, right, for a single role play, because you're going to schedule yours for the counselor role. They're going to schedule theirs for the counselor role. I don't care if you do them back to back or if you space them out, because it's better for y'all's schedules. You guys will work that out. What I do care about is that you don't wait until Saturday or Sunday. Do not wait until the weekend to try to complete this assignment. Why? Because if you encounter technological difficulties, maybe your personal computer doesn't want to talk to Bongo or something, or your Wi-Fi struggles or whatever, if you encounter those difficulties during the week in session 5, you can reach out to IT support through submitting a service ticket through CCU Connect. But if it's the weekend, IT's not working, you can't get help. I can't help you with technological issues that are happening with your computer. I can't do that. So now you've waited until the last minute, and then you've had a crisis, right? Because you neglected to carve out time earlier in the week so that you can ensure that if you need help, it's there for you. It's one of those things, probably, if you carve out the time, you won't need to help. It'll run smoothly. It'll be like clockwork, right? But it's only when we procrastinate and wait to the last minute that it seems like the wheels try to come off, right? And then there's no one to help you with that because I can't. Okay, then step 4, print out a clean copy of the CAMS. Notice that it's linked here, but also even if that link doesn't work for you, it is in Appendix B of your Jobs textbook. So you can print out a clean copy from there. Familiarize yourself with sections, only sections A and B. That's the only 2 sections you're doing for this role play. We will go into the safety planning piece in Res 2 this summer in June. Okay, so don't think we're neglecting the safety planning piece. It's a crucial part of this model. It's just that we're scaffolding this. We're doing this step-by-step learning that builds on the previous step. Okay, and so this is the first step in the process. If you're learning how to do suicide risk assessment and safety planning, it's just the risk assessment piece. So you have to have your SSF sections A and B and something with which to write when you sit down for your role play with your partner. Step 5, conduct the role play. And this is a fictional scenario where you are the counselor and your client, who is Sally or Sal, is contemplating suicide. Now, you're going to click on this link here, Session 5 Role Play Scenario. When you click on it, it's going to take you to an entire case study, the case of Sally or the case of Sal, if you're male. Okay, and that is who you're playing when you're in the client role. You are not drawing any material from your own life or from the lives of others that you know. This has in the past been something that students have done, even though they've been cautioned against it, and they have triggered themselves and gotten themselves all dysregulated and in all kinds of trouble because even though they were warned, do not draw any material from your personal life or those that you know, they did anyways. And then they really caused a negative reaction, a negative response in themselves that they then had to work through. And it was a whole thing. So let's avoid that altogether. Usually we tell you in role plays, be yourself. We call it a role play, but you're not play acting. In this case, you are for sure play acting. You are pretending in the client role to be Sally or Sal. Okay. And this tells you all about Sally or Sal. Apply the intervention skills you learned in this class while collaboratively completing the CAMS SSF 5 first version form found in Appendix B of your Jobs textbook. Spend approximately 30 minutes to complete sections A and B in the counselor role, and then use this approximate breakdown. When you're the counselor, broach suicide risk in the first 5 minutes. Don't wait for it to naturally unfold and for Sally or Sal to bring it up, because you could be 15, 20 minutes in, right, to that role play, and before we ever start talking about suicide, and then we turn our attention to the CAMS, and then we don't have time, and then it goes over. Okay, so just broach it early so that we can get started on the practice that we're targeting in this role play. Let's see. Introduce the CAMS SSF first session document to the client. Collaboratively complete section A while utilizing active listening skills to build rapport, and that should take approximately 20 minutes. Then collaboratively complete section B, resisting the urge to get bogged down in details, but still using your active listening skill set throughout. That should take approximately 10, and 20 plus 10 is indeed 30. These are approximations, but that's about the breakdown. 2/3, 1/3. Only record the portion with you in the counselor role. You cannot do 2. I mean, 1. You cannot do 1 where it's like both of us record on the same bongo, because I'm wanting to give you as the counselor feedback that is personal to you. I don't want your partner to be seeing the feedback I give to you as the counselor. You're welcome to share that with them. But I'm, as a professor, for verbal reasons and other reasons, I want to give individualized feedback to you, how you did in the counselor role. Okay, so please, you are only doing your 30-minute counselor role bongo. Then they've got to do their 30-minute counselor role bongo separately. Okay, I hope this helps. I'm sure that there will be some confusion and chaos in the student lounge, and I know you guys will persevere. You will find a partner, you will connect with them, you will schedule a meeting with them, probably give yourselves a cushion a little bit, like maybe an hour and a half, so that you've got, a little bit of time on the front end and a little bit of time in between to switch from one bongo account to another kind of situation, right? So give yourselves a little bit of time, schedule it for the week, not the weekend, to do this assignment, and then launch into that stuff first, so that like prepping for the quiz and stuff can come later after you're not trying out new technology for the first time. Okay. All right, thank you guys so much. I look forward to giving you feedback on this. Know that my intention is to grade these graciously and give feedback patiently, knowing that this is your first stab at this. It's not your first stab at an active listening skill set. I should see more competency in reflecting for feeling, reflecting for meaning, paraphrasing and summarizing than I would have seen at Res 1 or even this past fall in theories and skills, because you've now had the additional practice in ethics and skills. You've had many role plays practicing your active listening skill set. That I see in this should be strong. But I recognize that this is your very first stab at the SSF5. And so my intention is to be gracious and developmental in my feedback. Don't expect yourself to be perfect at this the first time. None of us is perfect at things the first time typically. I know I'm not. Okay, thanks y'all.